All right, so let's get back into the breakdown, right? So then Love finishes up her questions on redirect. Then Adams is back on recross. And he's pointing out, although they had Woody's cell phone and it shows that he wasn't at the crime scene, the evidence also shows that his phone was never at the Sky House that night. And if y'all remember, Woody was definitely at the Sky House that night. There's video from that night. Woody was for sure there that night. And Woody and everybody else says that Woody was there that night. Yet, the phone that they keep on saying was nowhere near the crime scene was also not at the Sky House. So what does that say? That tells us, and it tells the police, and I don't know why they're so bad at figuring things out. It tells the police this man clearly was not traveling with that phone that night. The fact that they have proof, because they have other videos from the Sky House and they see who was there, the fact that they have proof that he wasn't traveling with the phone that night, yet they still said this is a good alibi for why he's not the person involved in the shooting, is actually very, very, very crazy. Yes, Woody had two phones. And you know what else that says? Woody not traveling with his phone that night. Also, I'm going to break something down for y'all real quick. Woody not traveling with his phone the night of Donovan Thomas' murder also explains why Woody's phone called Lil D's phone while Woody was with Lil D. I'm going to break that down for y'all, but I got the clip of Adams getting into this. Now, I seen Nikki B. Me said just sloppy investigation. Was it a sloppy investigation, or were they trying to get who they were trying to get? That's what it seems like here. It seems like they don't care who did it. They just want who they want. Let's get into Adams back on cross about this.
Okay. And so having his records, knowing the cell tower data, you were able to opine on where he was at a particular time on that night, January 10th, 2015, right?
Well, his general, the part of town, basically, that his handset was located.
You placed him, according to your report, either at or near the McDonald's on the evening of January 10th, 2015. You remember that?
I do.
All right. Now, you don't have any cell phone or cell tower data records on Mr. Copeland that shows his phone going to what we've called the Sky House on that night, do you?
I don't recall that. I don't believe so.
Nothing in your records that refreshes your recollection that you've got any of that. You don't have any of that to show that he went to the Sky House, or his phone, the phone that you're saying is his, went to the Sky House on that night. True?
That is correct. I don't believe that. Yeah, just taking a look at my notes, doesn't appear to me that I found that his phone traveled to the Sky House.
Okay. Now, some people might be saying, good looking kid for the super chat, $4.99. Shout out to anybody super chat, but especially shout out Katie, always showing love. For anybody confused about, like, what does this mean? Like, what do you mean Woody's phone didn't go to the Sky House and Woody was proving that he was at the McDonald's and all of this? I'm about to tell y'all something about how anybody that's not anybody, but I'm going to tell you about something that's where people thinking that they're outsmarting the system, right? And Woody clearly did. He outsmarted the system. So he didn't think he was outsmarting the system, right? So what happened is, oh, hell. What happened is, y'all let me know if I'm frozen right now for y'all, because it looks like something's going on. Can y'all still see me? Am I frozen, or is everything? Y'all let me know something. Okay. All right, so what Woody did, this ain't what Woody did. Let me tell y'all something that I know for sure. This is what you do when you're about to go do something out of pocket. Oh, everybody can see me? When you're about to go do something out of pocket, right? Playing around in the streets, you know you're about to go do something. This is what you do. You leave your phone at home with your girl, right? And then what you do is you tell your girl, hey, at this time, call my homeboy's phone, right? When you call my homeboy's phone, now I have records. Now, me as the person that's going to do something crazy, I got a record and I got an alibi to say I was over here somewhere across the city and I was actively using my phone to call one of my homies, right? So Now, when the police go and do their record search and all of this, they're going to say, this person that everybody's saying did this crime, he was at home and we could see his records and we could see that he made a phone call like an hour after. So he was definitely at home. The police are so thirsty that they don't know how easy it is to manipulate them with simple stuff like that because they're not actually good at their job. Police are actually very terrible at investigating. If they don't have anybody tell them the stories, they wouldn't be able to solve 95% of the crimes that they solve. They don't solve these crimes, matter of fact. But they wouldn't get 95% of the convictions that they get because they can't figure out anything. If they that's why they so stuck on the stuff Woody told them back in 2015, because they don't have anything else. That's all they have. They got what Lil D said. They got what Woody said. They don't know anything. They can't figure out where these guys are getting their money from. They can't figure out where the rest of they can't figure out how come they can't solve these murders. How come it's been these many years and they can't figure the murders out? The reason is because y'all are not good at investigating anything. If you don't have a witness come tell you the truth about a shooting, you're not going to find out who did it. This is proof. If anybody ever needed to see proof that the police have no information except what people tell them, if they don't have a crime on camera, and crazy thing is, this one was on camera, they still couldn't solve it. But if they don't have a crime on camera where they could see the person's face, they 100% rely on what people are telling them, right? So dude is a career criminal. So he knows I'm going to leave my phone with Deshaun. I'm going to tell Deshaun, call Lil D at 7 o'clock. Deshaun is going to call. Actually, I'm going to tell Deshaun, hey, go to McDonald's with my phone. Take my phone everywhere where you go. So you're going to go to McDonald's, then you're going to go back home, and then you're going to go call my phone at 7. Because the murder happened at what, 6:18 or something like that? You're going to call me at 7. And that's my alibi. I'm good. I'm out of there. And then I traveled for the rest of the night without my phone. So then eventually now this is the cold part. When he went down to the police station, he's riding around. He goes back home, picked the phone up, and then travels to the police station and this is the thing about anytime somebody is about to get in trouble and they offer you up something, he said, here, you could check my phone. When somebody's just about to give you their phone to check, they set you up, and them fools fell for it. It's nobody else's fault that they fell for it and are about to and they're trying to convict the wrong people. He said, here, take my phone. You could check my phone right now. What criminal is out here giving up their phone to say, check my phone? Who's doing that? Ain't nobody doing that. Ked with another super chat. I appreciate that, family. Woody said him and Threat was the ones that had beef with If Gang. He basically was telling them they did it. Facts. He gave them his motive. Like, he's telling them, well, he told them now, pretty much, these guys that I put this murder on, they was actually friendly with the people that died. I'm the one that had beef with them, me and my homeboy. Me and my day one is the ones that had beef with him. I put it on them so I could get the heat off of me. He literally told them that. And they are still pushing forward with this case as if, no, you're lying right now. You actually told the truth in 2015. Even though he said back then and now he had 2 phones and they only checked one. Even though they looked for Lil D's stuff and they didn't do a location data analysis on Lil D's phone, right? Listen, if you use, a lot of people that want to get in the streets right now, they want to use mind altering substance, pills, all that type of stuff. But y'all got to realize you move a lot better when you do stuff sober. But the problem is y'all really don't want to do what you're doing. So you got to be high to do it. But I guarantee you Woody was sober that night. Because anytime that's the mind of a person that's moving around with thought. That's the mind of a person that's moving around with couth and wherewithal. Now, of course, the act that's being alleged here is very not cool. But that's somebody who said, I'm going to cover my tracks, and the police is so stupid, they'll go for what I'm about to tell them. You understand? So I'm not saying that he actually did it. I'm saying that the way he covered his tracks is the way of somebody who is smarter than the people, not smarter, but he knows what the people chasing him would go after, right? It's not a coincidence that these people, the victims in the situation, didn't tell the police nothing, and they immediately went and started doing what they started doing. It's come on, stop it. So shout out to Adams for establishing that phone never went to the Sky House. And I actually didn't even realize that until he said that this week. And then I said, okay, I know exactly what he did because, that's an old play right there. So Sprinkle admits that he never charged Thug with the murder because he never had any evidence that Thug was connected. He wanted to make sure he established that because the state, hey, Mike Sprinkle, your coworkers are over here. They keep telling the jury that Thug is related to this murder somehow. But you was investigating this and you never saw anything that connected Young Thug at all. So, yeah. So after that, man, Sprinkle was released. They say you're gonna call him back, but right now they want to get Gaither on the stand. That was Monday. So all of that time I just talked, that was all Monday. I want some change. That was all Monday talk right there. Monday was a big day though, right?